Good morning, 6 o'clock here on your Thursday. Thanks for starting off your day with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. And if you're anything like me and you like hot weather, you're going to love what meteorologist Thomas Patrick has to say. Thomas, how warm are we getting today?
I feel like you stole the keys to the weather machine, as we joke about, because Nicole said, I want it hot. And the forecast is going to deliver that. Today's still a modest but comfortable summer day, mid-80s looking likely. It is absolutely gorgeous outside right now, a nice, beautiful view, especially in the eastern skies where the sun just about to pop up over those eastern mountains. But right now it's 57 degrees. We will still see low temperatures down in the 50s at times, but the high temperatures again climb to the mid-80s. So little movement today, but the 90s will start to appear tomorrow, and certainly by Saturday, it is going to get a lot hotter across the region.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact from I-90 and Argonne right now. You can see traffic flows moving great. Not a lot of vehicles out on the roadways this morning. We'll keep a close eye on the traffic situation this morning, let you know if there's any problem spots that impact your morning commute. On Up with KREM, we bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. Let's get to breaking news now. Spokane firefighters put out multiple fires this morning in downtown Spokane. This happened around Washington and Riverside just before 4 a.m. this morning. Our cameras were rolling as firefighters put out a string of fires in multiple dumpsters and trash cans downtown. It does appear that the fire caused some minor damage to some of the buildings nearby. We are making phone calls this morning to find out more about this breaking news. Developing news this morning, Spokane firefighters are keeping a close watch after a huge fire east of downtown Spokane.
The fire started around 8 o'clock last night, and it caused some huge flames in the east central area.
Firefighters stayed on scene all night, putting out small fires and making sure that it did not spread to any other buildings. Here's a look at the area that we're talking about. It's near the intersection of East Riverside Avenue and North Medelia Street. That's just 1 block north of Sprague.
KREM 2's Christian Garza is live there right now. So Christian, what is it looking like this morning?
Yeah, Tim and Nicole, well, as the sun is coming up, you're really able to see the after. Everybody got the, excuse me one time. Excuse me really quick. Sorry, our mic was off really quick, but I just wanted to let everybody know that as the sun came up, really you're able to see the aftermath of this whole situation. Let me just step off screen so you can see exactly what I'm seeing right now. We got a little bit closer to the fire scene. As you can see, there are some smoldering hot spots here within the warehouse, and you can really see the extent of the damage here from that fire. Now you can see all these different columns, all these different basically cinder blocks that made this building up, really scattered across this Riverside road here. You can see downed trees, you can see all of these different aspects to what was inside of this warehouse because of the extent of the damage. Now really quickly, we just want to let you guys know here at home that the City of Spokane Fire Battalion Chief Paul Gortler says construction workers actually hit a gas line, and that's what started this fire here. Now Gortler says that everyone on scene was briefly evacuated, but everyone has been allowed back here to the area since. Now what you guys are looking at right now is video from last night when the fire was at its peak here yesterday evening. Now after talking with crews here on scene, they say that they are holding off efforts to get inside of this building to put out these smoldering hotspots because this building is a collapse hazard, they said. Now they are waiting for a wall, particularly, maybe we can take back to us really quick. There here on the left side of the building, you can see that there is a wall of this building kind of tilting to its side right in front of where this fire truck engine is. Now they are waiting for this wall specifically to kind of come tumbling down before they do any sort of hotspot work, but there is 2 engines here on scene with a ladder and a hose to put out any hotspots that do come up. Still, the inside of the building is smoldering. And really quickly too, I just wanted to let you guys know here at home that that they said that buildings like this, and cinder block buildings in particular, are like a reverse refrigerator. So they keep all of the heat inside, which caused this fire to grow as quick and as fast as it did. As you can see, we're looking at one of the walls that came tumbling down. This is just a piece of the cinder block. You can see it's the paint of the outside of the building. It's also burnt here on the inside as well. It's leaving my hands really dirty. But we just kind of wanted to show you guys the extent of the damage from this fire. There's glass, there's bricks, there's kind of a lot of damage here on Riverside, but we will bring you updates every 30 minutes from what we are seeing and from what crews are telling us while we are here on scene. In East Central, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Christian. We are also tracking a wildfire in the Cottonwood area this morning. It is just north of Welpinit on the Spokane Reservation. The last update we got said the fire is about 80 acres and it is threatening multiple structures. Stevens County Fire District 1 posted on Facebook saying crews have a dozer line around the fire of about 75%. Today, they will continue working on putting out the fire and containment.
All new this morning, a shelter in place has been lifted in Moscow after police arrest a man who barricaded himself in his home. The Moscow Police Department says they received a call around noon yesterday for 48-year-old James Shepard for displaying sexually explicit images in the public. He was issued a citation. Then around 7 o'clock last night, police were dispatched to Shepard's home again after reports he fired a weapon outside of his home. He then barricaded himself and refused to comply with officers. SWAT officers were eventually able to take Shepard into custody just before 11 o'clock last night.
Also new this morning, we are now up to 3 official cases of measles in Idaho. The Department of Health and Welfare says the most recent case is an unvaccinated child in Bonner County. Last week, the 2 cases they reported were in Kootenai County and Bonneville County. Both were in unvaccinated children. The health department says as of now, there is not a known link between these 3 cases.
The Kootenai County Jail is overcrowded right now, so the sheriff's office is asking deputies to use discretion when arresting people. Captain Jeremy Heil says if deputies can cite people for certain misdemeanors instead of arresting them, it would actually help with the jail capacity. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press say one reason for this overcrowding issue is the state not taking their inmates. The jail is working with the state to find solutions as they wait for them to transfer their inmates to state prisons. Also, the jail is working on putting new beds in. They've already started construction on a new dormitory pod, which should be finished in March of 2026. Once those new beds are finished, the jail will have a functional capacity of 456 inmates. Right now, though, the functional capacity is 360 inmates. But the jail is running with significantly more inmates than that. The most this month was 517.
New this morning, the hearing for Madison Mogen's family has been postponed. They filed a lawsuit to stop the city of Moscow from releasing photos of the Moscow murder crime scene. A judge was supposed to hear their arguments today, but now that hearing is scheduled for next Thursday. Again, the family wants the city to stop releasing photos and videos because they say it's an invasion of privacy. Now, the city of Moscow temporarily blocked releasing some of the photos while this lawsuit plays out. They said they will not release photos or videos of any of the victims' bedrooms until further notice. The judge said the majority of public records were not considered a violation of privacy, but unreleased body camera footage could be. A Spokane business plans to take the city and Catholic Charities of Spokane to court over increased crime rates in downtown.
According to a tort claim filed against the city of Spokane, Urbana Natural Spa, Salon and Wine alleges an increase in crime rates in the area is because there is not enough low-income housing in the city. The owner of the business claims they and others in the neighborhood have suffered from repeated vandalism and theft. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington responded to the tort claim, saying their agency is disappointed that Urbana feels that the poor and vulnerable are a nuisance. Catholic Charities CEO and President Rob McCann commented, quote, "The facts and Jesus are on our side. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington will not waver from this work. Love always wins."
The company Car Toys filed for bankruptcy and is planning on selling off 35 of its stores. 2 of those are here in Spokane County, one on Division and one on Sullivan. They're selling those 2 stores to Aspen Sound. The founder and CEO of the company put out a statement. He said he's proud of the 38 years Car Toys has been around. He also said most of the employees will be able to keep their jobs through the sale.
We will never forget Ken's legacy.
The Spokane Convention Center was packed yesterday to remember the life of Sergeant Kenneth Solace. He became the 5th name added to a somber list of those who died in the line of duty.
Sergeant Solace was a military veteran who served more than 30 years with Spokane County before he was hit by a motorcyclist on I-90 almost 3 weeks ago. Solace moved to Spokane as a teenager and graduated from Rogers High School. His coworkers and friends say he was the same man in and out of uniform, respectful, caring, even-tempered, and an example of a servant leader. Longtime friend and coworker, retired Deputy Eric Epperson, said Solace discovered his passion for law enforcement in a bit of an unusual way. He was actually pulled over for speeding as a teen.
Spokane City Police motor officer has stopped them for doing 47 and a 30. True to Kim's nature, at the end of the contact, after the motorcycle had made a U-turn, drove the other way, Ken looked to his best friend and said, "That's the job I want."
Solace was set to retire in September, and then he would be traveling with his wife to Florida.
Time is 6:12. We'll take a quick look at our weather forecast for the remainder of this week. Still going to be plenty warm outside. Looks like today a very nice but comfortable summer day, starting out in the 50s temperature-wise. We'll get up into the mid-80s this afternoon. But the weekend ahead will be much, much hotter. In fact, there are already extreme heat watches for areas in central Washington. This goes into effect starting on Saturday. By then, it'll get divvied up into either heat advisories or extreme heat warnings. So coming up, we'll show you the length and the duration of this heat wave, because it's going to last for a bit longer than just the weekend days.
Happening today, if you are near Fairchild Air Force Base, do not panic if you see first responders in action. Fairchild will conduct an active shooter response drill today. Personnel and visitors may see flashing lights and fast-moving vehicles. They might also hear sirens and other loud noises. Officials do not expect the exercise to interrupt services on the base like medical appointments or commissary operations.